What happens when you look at your own potential and it scares you? You feel a pull towards something larger, something heavier, something that would demand more from you than the life you're living now. But you step back from it. You pretend you don't notice it. You call it unrealistic. You call it impossible. But you can feel it. It waits. It watches. It knows you. There is a version of you that terrifies you. Not because it's evil, but because it's real. Nietzsche believed that this fear is the birthplace of the man you're meant to become. Nietzsche didn't talk to the comfortable parts of you. He talked to the part buried under excuses, distractions, and soft lies. The part that knows you're holding back. He believed that every person carries a deeper self. Something raw, unfiltered, demanding. Not the polite self you show others. Not the obedient self society approves of. A harder self, a more honest one. And he believed you spend most of your life avoiding it. Becoming who you are, he said, isn't a slogan. It's a confrontation. It's the slow dismantling of everything cheap and shallow in you. It's the climb toward a life that reflects the truth you keep trying to bury. To Nietzsche, your greatest enemy is not weakness. It's comfort. Because comfort makes you forget what you could be. Chapter 1. The human struggle he saw. Nietzsche saw a world full of people pretending to be smaller than they are. People afraid of their own strength. People trained to follow, obey, fit in. People who have traded their own will for approval. He saw men trapped in quiet resignation, not because the world forces it, but because they quietly surrender before the fight even begins. You know this struggle. You feel it every time you hold back your voice. Every time you avoid conflict. Every time you stay quiet when something inside you wants to move. You feel it when you shrink your ambitions to match the expectations of people who don't even know you. You feel it when you live a life built from fear of judgment, fear of failure, fear of standing alone. Nietzsche saw that the world encourages you to stay this way. It tells you to be agreeable, predictable, safe, harmless, but he also saw the cost. When you silence the deeper parts of yourself, they don't disappear, they rot. And that rot becomes resentment toward others, toward life, toward yourself. This is the human struggle Nietzsche cared about. The quiet war between the life you have and the life you're afraid to claim. Chapter 2. His dark insight. Nietzsche's dark truth was simple. You are meant to outgrow the person you are now, and nothing about that process is gentle. He believed that becoming your true self isn't an act of discovery, it's an act of creation. And creating yourself means destroying the parts that hold you down. This is why Nietzsche's idea is uncomfortable. You're not simply waiting to find who you are. You're responsible for carving it out of your own fear. Nietzsche called this inner force the will to power. Not power over others, power over yourself. Power to shape your life instead of being shaped by it. Power to refuse the easy path. Power to endure the loneliness that comes with growth. Power to confront the part of you that wants to stay small. He believed that the man you fear to be is actually the man you're meant to become, because he carries the traits you've been avoiding: clarity, strength, discipline, self-respect, responsibility, danger, truth, not danger to others, danger to your old life. You fear him because he would change everything. He would force you to leave the comfortable shell you've been living in. He would ask you to stop hiding behind excuses. He would demand the courage to live without guarantees. Nietzsche believed that this fear is proof that this version of you is real and possible. Chapter 3. How it shows up in your life. You see this struggle in small moments you don't talk about. When you think about a bigger life, something demanding, something worthy, and you feel a rush of energy followed by a quiet collapse. A voice says, "Not you, not now, not possible." You see it when you imagine being more assertive, more honest, more disciplined, more sovereign, but you soften it, you shrink your tone, you negotiate with your own doubts. You feel it when you know you should leave a situation or end a habit or choose a harder path, but you stay where you are because it's familiar. This is where Nietzsche's insight enters your life. You already know the direction you need to go, but the cost terrifies you. Becoming the man you fear requires loss. Loss of comfort, loss of approval, loss of the identity you've outgrown. You would need to let go of the weaker version of yourself you've learned to protect. You would need to face the guilt of wanting more than others expect from you. You would need to accept the isolation that comes from choosing your own path. You fear the man you could be because he refuses to live in your excuses. He would not accept a life built on avoidance. He would not hide behind weakness. He would not bow to what feels safe. And you know this. That's why he scares you. Not because he's a stranger, but because he feels familiar. He feels like the person you were supposed to become before fear took over. Chapter 4. The Confrontation. Nietzsche forces you to confront a truth you don't want to admit. You aren't lacking potential. You're lacking courage. The gap between who you are and who you could be is not intelligence, talent, or opportunity. It's fear. Fear of responsibility, fear of change, fear of standing alone, fear of your own strength. He believed that every person reaches a point where they must face this inner divide, a point where you either step into the life that demands something from you, or you retreat into the life that numbs you. This is the confrontation Nietzsche holds you to. He asks you to face the truth without flinching. You are avoiding your own power because it would make your current life impossible. You fear becoming the man you know you should be because you can't take him with you into your old world. He won't tolerate your old habits. He won't tolerate your old relationships. He won't tolerate your old excuses. He would dismantle your life until it matches your truth. And that's terrifying. Because once you see what you could be, you can't unsee it. And once you know you're capable of more, staying the same becomes a form of self-betrayal. Nietzsche believed that this betrayal is the quiet tragedy of most lives. People choose the safety of imitation over the danger of becoming themselves. He didn't judge this. He just refused to lie about it. He said that the man you fear to be is the only one who can carry the weight of your own existence. And avoiding him won't save you. It will only prolong the pain of knowing you could have been more. Chapter 5. The Still Point. There's a moment that comes after all the fear, a stillness, a silence. It happens when you stop running from the harder version of yourself, when you stop imagining him, when you stop fighting him, when you simply acknowledge him. You feel a strange calm because you realize he isn't here to punish you. He isn't here to destroy you. He isn't here to take anything from you. He is here because he never left. Because he has always been the center of you, the one steady point beneath all the noise, the one you abandoned, the one you're now returning to. Nietzsche's darkness isn't violence or chaos, it's honesty, a quiet, heavy honesty that tells you you already know who you need to become. You've known it for years. You've just been hoping there was another way. There isn't. There is only the man you fear, and the life that dies if you refuse him. You sit with that truth, not with hope, not with motivation, just clarity. You understand now why you feared him. Not because he was too much, but because he was the only part of you that wanted the truth. And in the end, you see what Nietzsche saw. Becoming the man you fear is not transformation. It is remembering. Remembering the weight you were born to carry and the self you were never meant to avoid. The still point holds you there, quiet, unmoving, honest. Not a conclusion, just a recognition. This is who you are, and this is who you've been running from. If this felt uncomfortably true, follow it. There's more you're not ready to face.